Hello, Bobcats and Toros. This is Ms. Gonzalez, and today we're going to be reading The Not So Brave Penguin by Steve Smallman. Let's get started. Percy Penguin wasn't scared of anything. He loved whizzing down snowy slopes on his tummy. Posy Penguin was not so brave. She shuffled down slopes on her bottom instead. So Percy was like, I'm going to go down on his stomach. And he was not scared. He's laughing. It looks like he's having a good time. But Posy doesn't. Posy looks kind of scared. She doesn't look sure. Percy loved jumping into the water with a great big splash. Posy didn't jump. She was scared she might do a belly flop. Posy was scared of a lot of things. Snowstorms, heights, loud noises, but most of all, she was scared of the dark. When the penguins huddled together at night, she would stare out at the black emptiness around her and imagine all the things that might be out there. So it looks like Posy would have a hard time falling asleep. She would stay up because she's scared of all of these things. And what do we see? She imagined all these scary things. I see some snow monsters, a big fish monster, and a big cave snow monster. One morning, the penguins woke to find a huge iceberg floating close to their island. Percy thought it looked amazing. Posy thought it looked scary. Percy leaped into the sea and swam over to explore. So an iceberg, a floating piece of ice, was going to their island. And Percy was like, let's go explore. And what do you think Posy thought? How does she look? She does not look like she's excited for that iceberg. The iceberg was like a penguin playground. There were slides everywhere. Percy played for hours. He was having a fantastic time until he whizzed down on ice too fast. He crashed into a dark cave and bumped his head. So Percy was having a fun time, and what happened? He went down too fast and he crashed and hurt himself. Percy hasn't come back, cried Posy, standing on the shore that evening. You worry too much, said the other penguins. Percy will be fine. But what do we know happened to Percy? He'd hit himself. But Posy was sure that something was wrong. Then she did a very brave thing. She jumped into the sea and swam over to the iceberg. So what did Posy do? She jumped into the water. She did something very brave. She was scared, but she jumped. Percy, where are you? She cried, looking around. There was no answer. Then Posy saw footprints. She followed them up to the top of a big, slippery slide. I wonder whose footprints those are. Do you think they could be Percy's? He must have gone down there, she gulped. Posy took a deep breath and slid down the slide, faster and faster, straight into a scary cave. Uh-oh, could this be the same cave that Percy's in? Oof! Posy's feet hit something soft. It was Percy. He had a big bump on his head. So here we see Percy when he hit himself when he fell into the cave. Posy, he asked groggily, how did you get here? I jumped and I swam and I climbed and I slid until I bumped into your bottom, said Posy. Wow, said Percy. That was brave. Weren't you scared? Yes, and I still am. Because now it's dark. Uh-oh. So why is Posy scared? And what is she scared of? She sees the things. She imagines them, like the scary cave, that big fish monster, and those little snow monsters. But it isn't really dark, said Percy. Look! The sky wasn't black and empty. It was beautiful, all green and blue. Posy didn't feel so scared anymore. Percy snuggled up to keep warm, and after a while they fell fast asleep. So Posy was able to fall asleep. She looked at the lights and how beautiful they looked, and it helped her fall asleep faster. She felt comfortable. She felt safe. The next morning, Percy's head was feeling much better, and they were ready to swim back home. Thank you for rescuing me, Posy, said Percy. That was very brave of you. Oh, said Posy with a grin. I never knew I was brave. Percy smiled. Well, you helped me even though you were scared, which makes you the bravest penguin of all. All right, Bobcats and Toros, that was the end of our read aloud. I'm so happy that you got to read The Not So Brave Penguin with me. My favorite part is when Posy chose to be brave even though she was scared and jumped to go find her friend Percy. What was your favorite part? Until next time, bye.